AM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Good morning and welcome to INCRadio, Washington, D.C. Satellite Studio. I'm Sister Elisa Mojica, your host this morning. Today is Saturday, January 4. What? A new year? So today we encourage everyone to grab their pens and paper and we will be creating our New Year's resolution together. So to those that didn't create one last month, it's never too late because it is the fourth day of 2025. So you have time to still create your goals. So before we continue, I'd like to shout out those in the chat this morning. We have Sister Anne Marie, Brother Andrew Wynn, Sister Sarah Gonzalez, Brother Richard Soterio, Brother Alberto Santos, Brother Joseph Soterio, Sister Alexis Mira, Sister Lysel Soriano, Sister Lizelle Ramirez, Sister Kristen Yumo, Sister Georgia Koo, Brother Saji Mohammed, Brother Marvin Saba, Sister Len Cruz, Brother Ajik Dulai, and Brother Bruce Avon and Sister Isabel Balakiden, and Brother Samuel Fargada. So good morning to everyone tuning in. So before we get into our main discussion, let's play our icebreaker. So this is what we played last week as well. So we will be showing a photo with 3 to 4 items stacked and combined like together. And it's like a little bit blurred. So you will guess the different items in that photo. So if we can see the first photo. So we have our guests with us this morning. Okay, let's ask if our guest can see the photo right now.
I see 1, 2, 3, 4 things. How about you, Sister Anne?
I don't know if I remember how to count. I can't so much.
The goal of the year.
4 items, yes. Sister Nida's correct.
Okay. So, can I say it out loud yet, or should I wait for the chat?
I think we should say it now, and then we'll just read through the chat later if they see it.
Okay. Sister Anne, can I go?
Go ahead, Sister Nida.
Okay, so I see a computer. I see a car.
Mm-hmm.
It's specifically a compact car. A shoe with laces and a call button.
Yes, that's correct. So a call button or a phone, a shoe, car, and computer. So those are correct. Let's see if anyone got it. We have Sister Lysel Soriano saying phone, car, shoes, and a desktop. And so did Sister Amelia Salazar said shoes, phone, computer, and a car. Okay, let's check out the other photo. So there goes the answer, and there you go. 4 photos in here as well.
Oh, 4. See, I don't remember how to count. I saw 3. Okay, I think this one's a little bit easier for me to see.
Mm-hmm.
You got it, Sister Anne.
Okay, can I share my thoughts?
Yes, please.
There's a table with a tablecloth on it.
Okay.
And an elephant and a puppy and I think a cat also.
I did not see that.
You didn't? Wow.
No.
I try to make it tricky as possible because they are kind of the same size, but you see those ears. So yes, that is correct. A cat, dog, elephant, and a table. I was like, 4 legs. So
oh, that's smart.
Okay, let's check the chat if they got it.
Sister Anne.
See, brother, sister. Oh wait. Sister Lizelle said puppy, kitty, elephant, and a table. And so did Brother Danilo. Yumo said dog, cat, table, elephant. Okay, next photo.
I like this game.
3 items in here.
Oh, I should have brought my glasses.
I'm over here so close to my monitor trying to see.
Okay, so right now I see 3 things. 3 things. How about you, Sister Anne?
I think I also see 3.
Okay, how about this? I name one and you name another.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, I see a clock.
I see a basketball.
Ooh. Oh, you know what? Sister Eliza. Oh wait, you know what this is. Okay. I said there's a third thing. Oh,
Mhm.
okay, I can see it now. It's a candle.
Correct. Yes, those 3 are correct. We also have Brother Danilo Yumo said clock, candle, basketball, and Brother Audrey Dulai said clock ball. I agree. Clock ball. And Sister Amelia Salazar said clock, rope, road, torch. Oh, those are interesting. Rope and a road and a torch. Oh, I see torch though.
Torch.
That's candle.
Okay.
Makes sense. Okay, let's check out our last photo. Our last photo. A lot of green in here.
Ooh,
And,
3 items in here.
okay, 3.
3 items. All right. Okay. Want to do the same thing, Sister Anne?
Yeah. Can I start it off this time?
Yes, please.
I see a watermelon.
Ooh, I love watermelons. I see a tree.
And just a leaf, I guess.
Yes. Correct. Those 3 are correct. And that was our last photo of our icebreaker. And Brother Object Dulai said it's a lemon tree. I like how he's combining all the photos.
Wow.
And Sister Georgia said watermelon tree leaf. Wow, everyone got it correct. And so did Brother Len. He got it right. Okay, now for our main discussion. Again, we will have our pens and journals with us because we will be creating our New Year's resolutions and we will cover different topics and create goals for each one. So we encourage everyone tuning in to grab their pen and paper as well and let us know what you wrote. Okay, so I have my journal I have my journal with me here. And so does our sisters
Oh,
for this morning.
no.
And so let's cover the first topic. So what is your 2025 goals when it comes to relationships, such as family, friends, or relationships, other relationships, spending more time with family, making friends, or whatever you can think of. Let's start with Sister Anne. Do you have anything in mind?
Okay, so I definitely want to make more friends this year, but I think to make my goal really specific, I want to be the person to approach first, so that because like most of the time I kind of just wait for like people to find me, but I want to be the one to initiate the conversation because then I'm a little more confident, and if other people are shy too, then I can help them out by being the first one to speak.
I like that.
Yeah, I agree. I learned that during our international meet and greet. I realized everyone's shy, but later on, you're like, when you meet them, you later say, both of you actually end up saying, like, oh, I actually wanted to be friends with you. You gave me, good energy, and I just wanted to approach you. So it's good that that's like what both sides are saying, but it is kind of hard when you're trying to approach because you don't know how to approach sometimes. I agree with that. What about you, Sister Nidal?
Ooh, can I feed off of you, Sister Anne?
Yes.
In regards to friendships, I think I'm thinking more of a tiny goal. I want to be able to maintain conversation because something I'm really bad at doing, I guess ever since the pandemic is I'm not that good at maintaining a conversation. I could say, "Hi, how are you?" They're saying, "Oh, I'm good. How about you?" "Oh, I'm good."
And then end of conversation.
And it's hard to steer away from that that generalized beginner part of the conversation. So I'm trying to be more diverse in the way I speak, be more conversational. So, um, in order to get to that point, I'm still trying to figure it out. So, if anybody has any ideas in the chat, please let us know so that we're not awkward people for 2025.
For me, what I'm writing, I want to I want to get closer to the friend I made last year. So, a little story. Wait, I can't multitask right now, but a little story. I made friends during the meet and greet. Shout out to the Cavero sisters. And we hung out during that Canada trip, and also we visited there in California. And I was like, we don't have enough time, but I want to make more time because of the distance. So with technology, I feel like we can better maintain that friendship through video call or even text. So that's one of my goals for this year. Like keeping up with friends, even those even those friendships that I didn't see often last year, I want to see them more this year. So that's one of my goals. Yeah.
I
And
love
so I'm going to write that. And for the next topic, what about school and career? Let's start with Sister Nidell.
Ooh, okay. So I'm still trying to figure it out. So, hey, this show is really authentic because we're literally writing it down right now. Um, so ideally, I'd love to go back to school so I can do more in my career as a speech therapist. And but I guess for right now, I in my career, I do want to be that employee I want to work with. So
Mhm.
something I struggled with in my past uh, jobs is that I was never really reliable because I didn't know what I was doing. So I mean, that's how it really is when you start a career. But uh, step one, I thought was being more on time to work. I'm always late to places,
Mm.
unfortunately. But being on time, and how do you start being on time? Sleeping early, and it seems like what works for me is that I tell myself, okay, I have to leave by 10:30. So that means I have to get ready 2 hours before. And then I don't know, I just set myself back a lot. And it seems like I'm more on time that way.
Oh, I agree. I agree. What about you, Sister Anne?
I kind of have goals for both like school and career because it is my last semester at university. So I want to graduate with a good GPA. I'm not gonna specify the number because it's like above what my GPA is right now, and my GPA right now is interesting. But for career, I do want to find like an internship or like an entry level job in the field that I want to go into after
Mhm.
I graduate. So
Oh, I agree. I since I recently graduated, I feel like I can't I don't know if I can commit to a full-time job as of now. I want to start slow and small with a internship. I kind of want to know what I really want to do because the business field is pretty big. So there are many options and I want to try different things, which I'm very open to. So I agree with that internship or even a full time job. I mean, I wouldn't complain if I go straight to a full time job, but both are a great blessing.
mhm.
So next one is developing a new hobby. But before that, I see that Brother Marvin said he wants to start to improve his baking skills. So I guess that's a hobby as well. And let's see, Sister Alexis Mira said, I want to work on getting more sleep this year to improve my health. Brother Win said to eat more healthier in 2025. I agree. Brother Justin said, I'm thinking about expanding my career. There are other interesting responsibilities in my department I want to get into. Oh, nice. And so let's ask Sister Anne, any new hobbies in mind for the year?
Um, I actually want to go back to learning how to play piano because I took a piano class when I was in high school, but I never like fully like I can't play with both hands. Like that's kind of the basics of piano, but I want to get into that, especially with the time I'll have after graduating. So hopefully I will be like Beethoven. by the end of the.
Ooh, we love
We
that.
believe in you. We believe in you. Maybe by the end of the year, you can show it off during radio.
Ooh,
Writing that down. Sister Anne must play a Beethoven song.
So we'll save you a spot for later on this year.
oh dear.
What about a Sister Nidell?
Something that I heard in the chat that's similar to my goal is to cook more, to bake more, but specifically to cook more because I've noticed that I eat out a lot and it gets expensive
Mm-hmm.
and it becomes unhealthy. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like lately I've been cooking and it's been a lot more fun than I thought. And you become more patient. You eat less because you're cooking more than you have time. You're making more time to cook than you are eating.
Yeah,
That's my goal. How about you?
that's so true. Sometimes when you end up cooking for a long time, you're not hungry anymore. It's like, let me not eat. Hobby for me, I want to start getting I want to start improving my skills on tennis more than just chasing that ball every time. Because back in high school, I started tennis, but it wasn't that serious for me, and I started it again last spring, but later on it got busy, so I just didn't have the time to practice my tennis skills. And so I want to focus on that because I feel like it's very cool to have a hobby that you're really into, and I want to start a new one. So tennis, yes, I want to start tennis.
I feel like with all the goals that we're doing, something I've noticed is that you tend to reach your goal faster when you're doing it with someone else. So, like for you, Sister Lisa, maybe you could join a tennis group somewhere in your neighborhood. Or Sister
Oh,
Anne, you can find a friend who doesn't know how to play the piano yet, or or you can like hang out with someone who already knows. So get it.
that's so true.
That's smart.
Like,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was just I talk about that a lot with my sisters, like because we like hold each other accountable for goals that we set. So at least we know that someone's checking in on us, and it keeps you kind of like responsible, so that you actually end up fulfilling your goal.
that's true. And a little sneak peek, but in a few months, we may go back to this panel or group, and we'll be checking up on each other. So I think that's a good motivation for us to focus on the goals we will be sharing today. So,
Can I ask you guys something though?
uh-huh.
Mhm.
Um, what is a goal that you have personally achieved last year, and how did that? What did you do to help you reach that goal? Like something super simple.
Um,
Oh, wow, what a great question, Sister Nidell. You caught me off guard there.
Sorry.
you got me thinking.
Maybe I can start.
Okay, go.
I'm gonna go back to the career thing. Um, I've always wondered like how come nobody wants to approach me at work? I'm not as approachable. It's because I feel I always acted like I didn't know things and I always kept to myself in a little corner because I was scared of like approaching other people. And being on time was a huge thing. People were like, "Oh, you're
Mm,
always late." So um something I've noticed is that I was like, do I still want to be that person? I sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, don't be that person. It's like when you're talking to a friend,
uh-huh.
be that friend, but to yourself.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes you just have to be honest with yourself. You can't always be like, "Oh, you're doing so well." But you
Yeah.
gotta be like, let's improve ourselves.
Yeah, so
Let's see.
yes.
Do you recall a moment, Sister Anne? I'm still thinking.
Um, I think I did want to like get stronger in my duty as a CBS teacher,
Mhm.
and I feel like interacting more with the children like directly, like the children under my care, help me like build relationships with them, which is really important when you're any kind of officer and like having a leadership position. And I think over the year, like kids actually know my name now,
Wow.
so that's a huge improvement from where I was the year before.
Oh, yeah. I think mine relates to my duty as well when it comes to producing. you have to approach people that you don't know as much so you can have them on air. And it's it's hard because even though I do this almost every week, it's still hard for me to approach some people because it's always something going on in your mind, like, oh, what are they gonna think about me? Am I being too outgoing? I mean, it's not a problem to be outgoing, but you don't want to be a bother. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I guess I kind of did improve on that, trying to approach people just so. And it's a good thing too because with radio you get to know more about a person. So that's yeah.
Oh, I love that for you
Really good with
guys.
Sister Nigel.
And the last one, do you want to improve something or have a healthier routine, such as sleep, nature walks, and drinking more water? For me, I want to improve my sleep. I agree with Sister Alexis because that's the reason why I feel I don't feel good in the morning because I didn't get much sleep. So I want to improve that. Getting more than 6 hours of sleep, maybe.
How do you plan on doing that? Like, what's your first step? Do you think that?
Take melatonin.
Nope, girl.
Yes, that's actually one thing I want to avoid. I want to stop taking melatonin just so it's like forcing myself to sleep. But I guess getting off my phone earlier.
Yeah, that helps a lot. Like turning off all of your screens like about like an hour before you plan to sleep. It helps your mind sort of like relax a little bit more. So
That's
I
true.
would recommend.
Well, how about you, Anne?
Well, I also need to fix my sleep schedule. I don't want to tell you guys how much sleep I got last night. But another thing I want to do is I want to do more like physical activity. So something that was good for our district last year, we started our district volleyball tournament again, and I was actually part of our team. And I'm not good at volleyball, but it's really exciting and it gets you active. So I'm looking forward to when our district starts that up again because I want to do more like sports and maybe running. I don't know, or just walking after you eat. It helps you, digest and stuff like that. So like it sounds so simple, but I never do it. So I hope to like put myself on that this year.
Mm.
That's a great goal, Sister Anne. To feedback off of you, I keep saying that today, but it's true. Um, I do want to get good in volleyball too, or be more athletic. So in regards to like joining the CFO activities like volleyball, I gotta say that uh, the CFO activities like volleyball have really helped me grow physically, spiritually, and mentally. And you're like, how? There's like that's so many things, um, uh, and it's because like from my experience joining volleyball, I didn't realize I would make so many friends or build my relationship with people I already know,
Mhm.
and they have that same like spiritual drive. So you kind of like go back and forth with each other like, "Oh, how's life? How are you doing?" And then you don't realize that the people that you hang out with, you start to grow with them. And that's like the beautiful thing about, going to activities more consistently
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, I agree. With every activity, honestly, it helps you build relationships as well, which is really it's a great blessing because you get to make friends or even have a stronger relationship with others, and even it helps with your faith as well. So I hate to let us go actually because that was the last one. I was really enjoying our discussion. So I want to thank Sister Nidel and Sister Anne for joining us. Before we go, do you have any special greetings, Sister Nidel?
Special greetings to my family, the Ibar family, and my significant other, Brother Marvin Salvas. You guys are always there to support me in every aspect of my life. And shout out to our resident minister, Brother Alban Kitariano and Sister May Kitariano. They are awesome people. Thank you, Paul.
Sister Anne?
I want to say hello and shout out to my family and all over the world and the ones who came here for New Year's. And also, I want to greet my brethren in the local congregation of Temple Hills, especially our resident minister and his family, Brother Audrey July. Thank you for your leadership, Audrey.
Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to everyone they shouted out. And I want to read those comments in our chat. Sister Lizelle Ramirez said, goals for 2025. Pray more, get better at volleyball, and be more international with everything I do. Oh, international, intentional. And Sister Amia said, build relationship is important. Friend that you can depend on. Brother Justin, I'm thinking about expanding my career. There are other. Oh, I read that already. Sorry. And Brother Marvin said, I'll be revisiting my previous hobby of boxing this year. Brother Andrew went to learn pickleball, and Brother Christian Agron said, start with the panata po. Number goals po. 1, exercising. 2, journaling. 3, practice better penmanship po. Wow, okay. And a shout out to everyone in the chat this morning. There was a lot of you guys. So shout out. Now for our CFO in action. Oh, no, not CFO in action, but for our upcoming activities, we have January 12th, Sunday, One New Era Project Medical Mission. January 13th, Monday, One New Era Project Care for Humanity. January 19th, One New Era Project Worldwide Evangelical Mission. January 10th, 8 p.m. at Washington, D.C., Temple Hills, and Baltimore officers a special gathering playback. And tune in again next week on Saturday, 10:30 a.m. Following us today is INCRadio New Jersey. And a special thanks to their unstoppable support. We'd like to thank our INCRadio Washington, D.C. family for supporting our broadcast, especially to our INCRadio station manager, Brother Wally Taray, our subsidy president, Brother Angelo Manalo, and a very special greeting to our executive minister, iglesianicristo, Church of Christ, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Thank you for tuning into INCRadio Washington, D.C. Satellite Studio. Stay unstoppable.
Happy New Year, everyone.
New Year. See you next week.